Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new LEGO Star Wars set, the V-19 Torrent Starfighter from the Summer Wave. As a LEGO collector of over 20 years, I'm going to break down the build, minifigures, playability, and of course display value to help you determine if this set is worth $64.99. And if it truly bucks the trend of this year's LEGO Star Wars lineup of undersized and overpriced releases. If you enjoy LEGO Star Wars or LEGO in general, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But let's jump into this review. All right, here it is built. What a fantastic experience. But before we talk about the set, let's start with the minifigures. First up, the brand new clone pilot. Phase 1, of course. And the call out here is that brand new helmet. Just finally we have an accurate Phase 1 Clone Trooper pilot helmet. Now, the one call out, which for some of the Clone Trooper figures, I would normally be a little more upset, but for this one, I'm not quite as upset. Obviously, the paint detailing on the yellow here should extend all the way to the back of the fin, and it's only the front. So I definitely wish that it was there. But in comparison to Clone Trooper issues from LEGO recently, this is not one I'm as upset about. But I did want to point it out. Next up is the new Asajj Ventress. And again, wow. This is a figure that we've been dying for a new release. Absolutely amazing. This is in her original Clone Wars outfit. The nice purple and gray. Her lightsabers make a return. Now again, another call out with the kind of Jedi and Sith eyes, no pupils. Not quite sure why we don't have pupils. Asajj Ventress has pupils. You need pupils to see. This should be a non-issue, but LEGO continues to ignore it, so whatever. And probably the star of the show here, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi with arm printing. We were due for an updated Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this one delivers on all fronts here. And of course, a double-sided face. So overall, just 3 great minifigures. Now for the set. I absolutely love this set. Now this is in its landed position, which I think it looks great. Now, the biggest call out here from the last iteration of the V-19 Torrent is the last iteration had kind of automatic wings where you'd pick it up and the wings would go down. Here, unfortunately, that's not the case. These are snap wings. However, I think it leads to a more accurate model having it built this way. So when you pick it up, you have to just push these wings down, and then the back wing is a snap wing, just like that. And now you have it in its flight mode. So zooming out a little bit to get the whole set in frame here, you can just see how accurate this model looks from a visual perspective. They just absolutely nailed the look of the V-19 Torrent here, and I'm pretty sure this is as close to minifigure scale as you can get with this model. Both wings are identical there with the red and the stickers here, sticker detailing. Again, I don't know why LEGO's sticker quality has gone down. If this is a white piece and this is a white sticker, why do they look different? I don't know. I just don't get it. On the other side here, you only have the stripes, no Republic logo. So the Republic logo is only on one wing. And then on the underwing here, you have this design on this side and this design on this side. So even though it is studs here and then the back of the studs on this side, they do include these inverted tile pieces, which I think lead to a better overall design. If you remember the Ahsoka's T6 shuttle from last year, the backside was just plain and it looked awful. I think they did a better job in mirroring the two sides of the wings. And then on the top here, you have great shaping and a new yellow windscreen piece, which is accurate to the V-19 Torrent. So I'm really happy that they went ahead and added that piece. And then the engines here, these were a fun build. They got some depth to them, unlike the U-Wing engines. So I'm glad that they did a good job there as well. So from a playability perspective, I already demonstrated the wings for you. You have a pair of stud shooters on either wing here, and I really don't think that they impede the look too bad. Sometimes they look really poor. I think these are incorporated well. And for a kid, the set isn't too heavy. It's got great areas to hold it. And then once you get the wings down again, I mean, you can just hold it here and like really mess around with this, and you're not going to break it. The only thing you're going to do is occasionally pull the wings, off from their centered location. But other than that, this set is great for playability and to fly it around the room and all. Now for display value, my biggest gripe with this set is you cannot display it in its flight mode without buying a stand. You could balance it on the wing when you find the right spot. As you can see, I'm not having a easy time doing it, but it's only 2 plates in width, so it's not a really secure way to display the model. My biggest gripe is why didn't they include a display stand? If you remember, the Sith TIE Fighter way back in I think 2020 included a very simple like 15-part stand. They easily could have done something like that, had it connect under the wings there, so you could display the V-19 Torrent like this on your shelf, but you can't. So you can either make one on your own, you could buy a acrylic one off a place like Wicked Brick or Amazon or something and display it that way. But if you don't want to spend the money on one of those, you're just gonna have to display it in landed mode. And I don't think it looks as good in landed mode as it does in flight mode. So definitely disappointed in not being able to display it like that. Now time to rank the V-19 Torrent in the 5 important categories of the build, minifigures, playability, displayability, and the overall value. Beginning first with the build, 4 stars. Really like how this came out. I think the proportions are correct. It's almost a minifigure scale. I love how they were able to capture the look of the set, all of the curves. I especially love the center wing and what they did there to provide a good look on either side of it. So I really can't complain at all with this set. As you'll hear later on in this ranking, I just would have loved to see some sort of display stand for this set. The minifigures, I really hate to not give this 5 stars, but I have to give it 4 stars for 2 specific reasons. One, there's another error on a clone trooper. The paint on the clone pilot should be higher and should go through the entire helmet. And 2, the Asajj Ventress eyes. Why are there not pupils? LEGO prices have gone up and they are providing worse quality, specifically on their minifigures. Overall, the figures are great. The Obi-Wan Kenobi specifically is amazing. The new mold on the clone pilot is finally accurate, and I do love the coloring on the Asajj Ventress. It's just these really small details that LEGO is intentionally getting wrong, and that's why I have to rank it at 4 stars for the minifigures. For playability, 5 stars. Kids are gonna love this set. It's easy to swoosh around. The wings going up and down is a super fun feature. It has some stud shooters. It's very sturdy, and there's nothing here that I wouldn't be excited about specifically to play with this set and fly it around. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, displayability for collectors. Here, I'm gonna give it 1 star. Simply put, it doesn't have a stand to showcase it in flight mode. To display this, you either have to keep it in landed mode or you have to go out and spend additional money for an acrylic stand. Really upsetting. This set looks great in flight mode, better than it does in landed mode, and I would have loved to be able to display it that way without having to spend extra money, and you can't. So that's upsetting. 1 star. Lastly, for the overall value of the set, I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. It came in at $65 MSRP, only 3 figures with over 500 pieces, so the price per piece is close. The minifigures are overall high quality, but I would have loved to see maybe an additional figure, and again, that display stand could have brought it to a closer to 10 cent per piece value. Having an extra 25, 30 pieces for a display stand would have taken this set from what the score I'm going to give it all the way up to maybe a perfect score. So Value, 3.5 stars. I think it's really close to being worth $65, but there's just a few things missing that miss the mark there. So overall, final score of 17.5 out of 25. So don't get me wrong, I love this set. I really do. 17.5 obviously is not a great score, but really it comes down to just a few small things which are weighing this set down. First up, again, display stand. 25, 30 pieces, you would have been able to include a display stand to have it standing up just like this with two kind of bars going down the side and a platform on the bottom. That right there would have eliminated the issue for displayability, which takes 4 stars off of it, in my opinion. Other than that, a couple small issues with the minifigures, but nothing to really write home about. But this set, like I said, it's close. I think right now it's on sale for $55, and at that price, go buy it. This was 110% worth $55. At the original MSRP of $65, I'm not so sure. I personally waited until it was on sale to pick it up. That's why you're seeing this review now instead of August 1st of this year. So again, I love this set. I do. I think this is such an improvement and a perfect example of how to downscale a set. So love this set. I just want to see a few more things from LEGO. And I know they can do it because they've done it on other sets previously. So I'm just hoping they bring back some of that quality. So thanks so much for watching this LEGO review. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, of course, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more content. Let me know your thoughts on this set in the comment section down below. You think I'm being too harsh? Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions on this set. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.